You're watching Flippy James Disc Golf. My name is James. Happy you're here. In this video, we have the Zone Battle Pack. And if you don't know what that is, this is where Discraft took the bottom half of the Zone and then they added on the Ringer GT for a top and then the Banger GT for a top and then sold it to a bunch of people so then they could decide which one they like. We all get to vote on them. We all, meaning if you bought one, maybe you can vote on them if you didn't buy one. I don't know how that works. But then whichever one gets the most votes, they're going to mass produce. And if you've never heard of the Banger top or the Ringer top, on the Banger top, it's got this groove in it right here, and it's not as deep as I thought it would be from photos, and it feels good in the hand, especially for a backhand. I think I'm gonna like putting with this one. We're putting with both these today. And then on the Ringer top, it's also not as deep. It just has like a slight little lip around the edge. And so we're gonna put both these to test, playing 18 holes, and we're keeping score. Also for comparison, I brought a Zone and a Zone OS with me. I'm gonna throw these as well on a couple of the holes, but not every hole, just to see if one of these is closer to another one or right in the middle, and just see how they compare. We do have some wind happening today, but I think that's not a bad thing for an overstable approach disc type video. Gonna throw the Zone first. Oh man, it's also cold. That hurt. My Zone is in the middle of the street. We got a bus and some people coming. Cool. First one I'm gonna throw is the Ringer because I think it's the most similar to a regular Zone by hand feel. Right over the top. Man, if we get an ace today, a lot of these holes on the front nine and like 4 of them on the back nine are aceable, so that's fun. Banger GT with this thumb groove dealio. I think it feels fine. I have been doing different forehand grips. So like I've been stacking my middle one on top of my pointer. I've been getting more accuracy, but not as much distance. And I used to just throw them both like this. And so I'm throwing like this first. I might let you know when I switch. The reason I'm saying all this, when I'm holding it like this, it doesn't feel uncomfortable with that groove underneath for me. Now when I hold it here, I don't like it as much because I can feel it hitting this middle finger. So my original grip feels all right. Cool, right on the road. That's awesome. Oh no! I'm gonna pick which one I like the most based off of the feel and the flight, not which one actually wins. I'm not gonna talk after every hole. I'm gonna throw a couple more holes and we'll come back and give you some thoughts on these. Some early predictions. Anheuser Flex throws 236 feet uphill. Not being able to feel my hand does suck. Hold on a little longer. Banger feels good. Oh. Pull that one. Oh, we're all right. I'll give him a little bit more. That's under the basket. Oh, a little bit inside compared to the other one. Still fine. All right, the pink wasn't directly under the basket. So when you buy the Zone GT Battle Pack, it comes with instructions. It says, welcome, inside this pack you'll find the 2 discs, which we talked about. First thing I ask you to do, play at least 1 round with each disc. About a quarter of the way there. Feel, examine, take notes on what you like and dislike for each disc. I'm gonna do that now because we haven't got to see like flight so much yet, like full power and what they do. So feel wise, as I mentioned, I thought that this like groove before the lip on the Ringer GT, I thought the lip was gonna be more like, oh my gosh, there's a lip right here. If you ever felt a slammer, slammers to me feel like it's maybe a bit sharper, not like it's gonna cut you sharp, but like this is super smooth, very subtle. I like it. For the bottom side of the Zone. For the Banger top, again, I thought this was gonna be deeper, but it's actually just perfect. Like it didn't need to be deeper. I've never thrown a Banger GT anyways, And so this was a nice surprise how subtle it is and comfortable. So backhand feels great. Forehand, like I said, when my pointer finger's on top of my middle finger, feels fine. My other grip, like I said, this isn't as comfortable, but I don't think I need it to be because this feels fine. Also just noticed in this test flight stamp, it's like teal and black cheetah print. That's cool. This one is plain. Did I answer all that? Feel and examine, take notes on what you like and dislike. All right, now what do I dislike? I don't think there's anything I really need to like dislike. If it was gonna be something I disliked, they can't change this because this is how they made the Ringer GT anyways, but I would like this to be more. I'd like there to be more of a hump for the Ringer, because actually, I don't know. It's kind of just perfect. There's not much I dislike. Which perform better in each specific situation? That we'll be able to find out. We have some long holes on this course, just a couple of them, and then, like I said, some ace run holes. Let's get on with it. Just so you know where the basket's at, it's between those two trees right there. I'm gonna zoom out so you can see like where to look. Banger is currently winning -4 to -2. Ooh, I had a log and it skipped it left. Oh, that slipped. That slipped so hard. Needs that thumb track. The Banger's better. I'm just kidding. I have not decided yet at all. And yeah, I said thumb track. Isn't the thumb track like what's on a peg and a slammer? And then the other one's a thumb groove? They're two different things, right? I'm new to this world. Besides when I made the slammer versus peg video, that's like the only experience I have with odd shaped top of discs. Oh, notes for preferences, by the way. I do prefer putting with the Banger over the Ringer. So if they make the Banger in like a putter plastic one down the road, and that's the one that they pick like to mass produce, I can dig that right there for sure. Oh man, that's twice that disc has gotten robbed. Robbed meaning I threw it short. One thing I've heard a lot of so far is that the Banger is such a different and unique top for a disc compared to the Ringer, since the Ringer, there's other discs like the Ringer out there. For me, I'm thinking, so what? It kind of matters how they fly, because if this flies just like my Zone flies, I'd rather have this if it's more stable. But we're gonna find out. I don't know yet. That's just what I'm thinking. Bringing you my thoughts. We're gonna do a little forehand, try and flex it into the basket right here. Banger is winning. It's still up. Okay, that was great angle, just too low. Too much angle, but higher. I'm gonna throw the Zone first on this hole just to show you what I normally do. So that's a easy shot, like we're putting it in, like it's almost tap in. The ace run on this hole, that route, is a lot more difficult. And so I'm gonna take the backhand flex line just for the video. Okay, let's come back. All right, that's tapping in too pretty much. I did pull that a little bit more than I wanted to. Let's keep this lower. Oh man, that was looking good. Go in, get up. Oh! Just realized I'm 7 through 7 with the Banger, so. She's untied. This hole's like 200 something feet down this lane, and then it's up like a right hook up the hill, so we can't see the basket. I've been throwing something more faster and overstable here, but I'm thinking maybe something glidier is actually gonna be the play. Just gonna have to give it a full huck. Oh, I pulled that over so hard. I got lucky and hit a tree. I switched my grip back to the old style, and then I did my new thing with the rest of my throw, so I definitely pulled that over. All right, let's keep this on hyzer. There we go, flipped it up a little bit. Landed on a rock, but it's in a great position. Time for the Ringer to make a comeback maybe. We got a four-hander with the Banger. I'm gonna go new style grip. Oh my gosh, that was so close. Oh man, I've hit cage a lot with that disc, that's for sure. It's kind of a trade-off here for you watching. This isn't the best like viewing angle to see the flight fully, but it is the best viewing angle to see like the full flight. Trust me, that makes sense. Oh, and I didn't do it. I hit a different tree. I'm leaning over my throw right there. That was not good. Oh, and I yanked that one too. Oh, it's gonna get a way better outcome though. All right, banger. Let's get down there. That's great. That's great. Oh, it's short. Way short. Not great. Ooh! For the banger to keep the box, assuming I make that putt with the ringer. Oh! If these were like putter plastic, that might have gripped and went down. Oh man. 1, 2, 3. That's a 4 here. Which on U-disc is a par. Ringer's got the box going in the back 9. Let's see. We're going just off U-disc score because it's simpler. The banger got a 4. The ringer got a 3. We are -5 to -8. Banger is in the lead still. Go past that tree. Oh my gosh. What am I doing with this? Those feel great. The goal here is to just get past those 2 trees and go left without going forward over the cart path, sidewalk, whatever you want to call it. Get through. Get through. Yes. This we might be able to see if one's stability is better than the other. Not when you throw the second one on hyzer though. Still you might be able to tell because no. For being a bad shot, the ringer isn't in like the worst place, but we're gonna have to do something funky to get out of here. That was a little too funky. Banger faded into the woods over here. That's where the ringer pitched out to. Oh, this put it nose down. Dang. I'd like to have that one back. That's in. These next 2 and the last 2 holes are ace run potential holes, and then the 3 between them are longer throw holes. So good little mix to round off the end of this video. Okay. That was a horrible shot. I threw a Berg X here the last time I played this hole, and that's what was going through my mind with that little thumb groove. It kind of feels like a more shallow Berg hump, but it's got like a hump to finish it in the middle. There we go. That's the way to do it. Go in the bucket. Go in the bucket. Oh, right underneath it. I'm aware I just put the word Berg and zone in the same sentence. I'm not comparing them to like they're similar discs or anything like that. It was just what was going through my mind at the time. You know, they kind of have a little hump. Oh, this didn't end up that bad. Whatever. You guys gonna make me putt this for real? Be cool to have like an interactive thing, like where you could hit a button on YouTube and be like, straddle putt, jump putt, forehand, backhand, and like pick the route I take for the course. That'd be really cool. I know how I'd shoot the video. I'd have to throw a lot of shots, but I don't think that's a possibility. This is such a hard shot to film, going directly into the sun, and you can't see the basket from the tee pad, but it's like 160 feet, so it's a potential ace. So if this looks horrible, just hang out with me for one moment. Let me finish this hole. Ringer's up first. Let's put her in. Oh, that was too inside. I think I need to give it a bit more oomph too. Too outside, too much oomph. At least in my head. I don't know, that wind was kind of throwing that thing around. The basket is really far that way. I gotta go around all these trees. Oh! Never had a chance. I thought I'd fix some things with my forehand and like a couple weeks ago, but after those 2 throws, I'm gonna have to work on it some more. At least my power forehand. Not bad. Ringer must have got some stability on it because the angle that it came out of, I thought it was gonna be way farther left. Just too high. Definitely like putting with the banger more. It just feels right. Held it for a little bit. Based off of those throws, I'm assuming that the banger is a bit more straight. It's still overstable, but I think the ringer so far is a bit more overstable. The ringer went about 10 feet farther than the banger. I'm not sure if it was the angle or this one rolled more. I don't remember right now. I really thought both of these were gonna be a bit more overstable from watching some other videos. The amount of business I have throwing either of these on this hole is 0. It's 375 feet. You might be able to see the top of the basket, but not really. We do have a mando on this light pole, so I'm gonna throw back in again just to do another like just to do another flex throw, because I think that would be the best for this video. I kind of slipped out of it. Kind of slipped out of my hand. Little nose up too. That felt so much better. Yeah, the ringer. I think the ringer is more overstable. One thing to note about the feel for me, I don't like putting my thumb over here in the groove on the forehand. It feels unnatural. I like it pretty much on the edge where it's at, not up in this groove. I'm gonna put a picture up on the screen. Let me know which way you hold your forehand. I don't know if these names are the right names. This is what this picture says that I found online. And if it's your picture and I stole it, I'm sorry. Oh, I've said ooh a lot lately. That felt good. Just a little bit higher, a little bit faster. All right, new information. Both of these, they're in Z plastic. My zone is also Z plastic, but compared to this zone, these two are rocks. Like, they're so stiff. Camera batteries are dead. I'm gonna try these again just in case. Regular zone right here. A little short. Ringer zone. I'm liking this one. Needs to get up in the air a bit more. Banger zone. This could go in. Oh, the wind knocked it down. Zone OS. Ooh! All right, a ringer throw, a banger throw. Last hole, then we're gonna finish this up in the car. Oh my gosh, that was so close. Nope. Wind took that one. Oh, I didn't even let you see it. All right, so a few things I learned in this video. One, bring a portable battery pack so I can charge my batteries and not be such a noob and let them die. Second, I said it a couple times. I think that the ringer is a bit more overstable than the banger. Now, I've only thrown like 3 different regular zones in my entire life. And I think I'm not making a decision yet. I'm not making my vote. This isn't like locked in or nothing. Hey, so I just made the decision that I'm going to actually do at least one more round with both these discs at a different course, one that has more open shots and then some tighter wood shots, and I think it's going to be able to give me a better idea of which one I would vote for and voice my opinion on, because I don't think just one round in the cold is good enough. So there's going to be at least one more round, going to be round 2 of the Battle Pack Zone GT series. Flight-wise, it makes more sense, in my opinion, that the ringer become the mass-produced one, because the 3 zones I've thrown in the past, they weren't as overstable as this. And then the Zone OS is just straight up beefcake. And so this fits in between here, and that's awesome. Now for feel wise, this does feel better backhand, I would say. This feels nice. This doesn't feel bad at all. Like, it kind of just feels like a Zone if you don't put your finger here. Like, forehand, I like the little thumb track. Forehand for this, it's okay. I think this is more versatile for grip, and it's going to add more versatility for flight if you want to bag the regular Zone and the Zone OS. So that's my opinion as of now. Even though the banger won, that's hilarious, right? Maybe that's because it flies more like a regular Zone, and that's what I'm used to. And that's what I was trying to think about most of the time when I was throwing, is just throw it like you throw your Zone. What if they ended up just making both of them? Why don't you just do that? Give the people the choice of both of these. Like, why does it gotta be a competition? Why can't you just make both of them? You already did it once. I do think it's funny, though, that a lot of other companies try and make a Zone, which is smart. Like, every company should have this type of disc, or like the regular one, in their arsenal for sure. But then Discraft just goes out and makes 2 more, and they're better than all the other companies, in my opinion, that try to make a Zone. Like, I think these are both better than any other overstable approach disc that I've thrown, including the Harp. That was like my second pick. Oh wait, that's a lie. The Tempo came very close to me. Yeah, I just think it's funny. Discraft they got it nailed in. I mean, they were already halfway there with the thing. If you want to watch the Tempo video, I compared it to my Zone. It's the top one. The one below it is the Pig versus Slammer, where they both have this thumb track style dish top. I've never thrown any other disc with like a banger top, so I don't have a video to show you that's like that. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.